Alright, I think we're back. Had some issues there. We finished up that match. No capture. Go, we are now 4-0. Let me see if that's updated yet. Okay, we're waiting on our opponent. Whatever changes he wants to make, I think we'll just leave ours the same. Update the video stream set for part 2. Okay, so we're now running back. We're 4-0. Let me just put the link back in the chat. I think internet temporarily dropped there, so we don't want to mulligan. We'll get rid of the restock. Get rid of the Snoke, I think. All right, let's Pershing. Here we can put an entrenched on the Pershing and run it into the Pride. Take all damage on base. All right, let's get rid of the Perilous. All right, let me update that other video stream to say part 1. All right, all on base. Okay, we'll take that on base as well. Put the entrenched on Pershing. He does have aggression, so it's kind of risky doing this, but it's what we have to do. So he's brought in his sideboard. There's no point healing him because healing the base because he's got the Tri-Fighter, which blocks healing on base. He may aggression on Pershing here. Pillage. Okay, I think we're fine with that. We'll just take down the Tri-Fighter, tap Pershing, and then next time we do have a power. Okay, so he's used his Tarkin Town now. Let's draw a card with Pershing and then heal our base. The Tri-Fighter, unlike the one from set 1, which was, can't remember the name, it was a small red card. It only blocked healing to bases while it's out, where the other one is when it was played and when it's attacked, when it attacks. All right, so he's going to play aggression here. I think we're okay with that. So let's just play a Bazine and take a look at his hand. Okay, we'll just get rid of the Devastator. We can pass. Sugi will put in the resource row. We can play either a 5/5 Charleston here, or we can hit his big ship that he plays here, if he plays one. All right, we're back up and running. Yeah, part 1, part 2. So I've just split them up now. I don't know if you can combine 2 live streams, but it is what it is. I think he had 2 cell block guards. And he may deploy Boba to the ground, which he didn't do last time. I don't know why he played that. You might have thought this was a fighter. All right, so he's just going to claim. So I'm just going to hit in there, and instead of playing the Charleston, which will only be a 5/5, I'm going to play a Sugi out from the resource row and just continue building up a hand advantage. All right, I'm going to get rid of Fell. We've got Enticing and Vanquish paired together here. All right, open fire on Iden. So she's gone. Hit him with Sugi. Okay, let's play Charlton out. All right, let's play the enticing reward on Boba. It's now got 2 Sentinels to choose from. It turns on Sentinel for Sugi. All right, that's some good draws. I think we get rid of the power here. We want to continue to build our hand out with this bounty hunter posting. This card here was kind of discovered last set, even though it was in set 2. It's an amazing card for this kind of deck. Being able to search your deck for a bounty, reveal it, draw it, and then in the same action play it. And then more importantly, you can see that in brackets, shuffle your deck is perfect after a restock. Okay, aggression. Going to get rid of the enticing reward. That's fine because we will just put another one back out and turn on the Sentinel for Sugi. What else do we have? Do any more Sugis? No. So we could vanquish the guard. Then potentially set up for a vigilance next turn. All right, let's just claim. We did not hit a vigilance. Hit a merciless. All right, let's put the merciless away. All right, let's hit the base for 1. Let's put a top target on Boba. All right, let's just clear the board here. We can take another enticing reward and a takedown. Let's heal our base. Heal again. All right, Darth Vader. It's a perfect target for No Glory. No point putting the bounty on first because it moves it to our side, then defeats it. All right. Let's just pass. We don't need to resource any of that. We'll No Glory it and then hit the opponent for 3. What we don't want him to have is potentially a Devastator here. I have no idea what that means, but let's find out. Pourquoi a moi? Don't know what that means. Why to me? Ah, because I take control. Do I have to go into translator here? English. That's French. He's speaking French. So we want to go English. All right, Relentless Fire Spray. Let's put the enticing reward on it. We can heal. No, we couldn't heal there because we'd taken control of it and defeating it on our side. Again, probably my favorite card in this deck is the Bounty Hunter posting. It's so good. So we can search the deck and put a bounty out of our choice. But I am just going to power that one. Let's take a No Glory, which is great in this matchup, and then another No Glory. Choose a card to discard. Because it wasn't unique, we have to discard a card. I think we get rid of a takedown. So we're here playing Hard Control today. The link is in the chat. All right, we have another big unit. I think we just defeat it with our No Glory. All right, claim. Because once this is removed from the board, we can heal. So you can just Vigilance, defeat, then heal. That works, but let's just play our Avenger out for now. All right, 2. I'll just put 2 to base. And another 1 to base. And let's just claim. Okay. All right, let's hit his base and make him get rid of 1. Right, he'll get rid of the missile platform, which will then do 3. Okay, let's do 2 on to the Avenger now. Okay, let's just heal and shield. Right, we can Bounty Hunter posting, put a top target on the fire spray. All right, we can just claim here. Just making sure before I claimed that he didn't have anything to block. All right, so we've just 2-0'd this Boba Tarkin Town. We 2-0'd a Sabine ECL just before this, and now this is a Tarkin Town. So now we're going to try a Poe ECL. So quite aggressive again. Let's see how we go. All right, so I obviously like the Pershing to begin with. We can resource a Pershing and then an Avenger. I like the Entrench, especially if he gets a Chewbacca unit on there. Haven't played like a heavy pilot one with this deck yet. This deck is, let's claim. Again, yeah, I like both Entrenches here. I think we can resource a top target. Yeah, so it's been updated for set 4. A few changes, most notably No Glory. All right, let's draw. Okay, yeah. So they're sort of saying black 1 into Chewbacca. We've only got a couple of ways to deal with it. No Glory is 1. Entrenched is another. It will block all our powers and all that and our Merciless for now. That's okay. All right, I do like the Bazine here, so I'm going to get rid of the Merciless. We're currently 5-0. All right, let's draw a card with Pershing. Another Bazine. Take a look at his hand. Right, we do not want that Chewbacca again. And I think we can just entrench that X-Wing. We're going to get Poe next turn, ambushed in. But we've got the Fell the Dragon for that. We can get rid of the power here. It's no good at the moment. We're looking for a no glory. Right. I thought he would have ran Poe in straight away. He didn't. So let's draw another card then. Okay, we can play another Bazine. Oh, hang on, I got rid of the wrong one then. You want to get rid of the one that you just play, which is that one there. All right, let's get rid of the Poe Dameron. Okay, let's hit his base for 1. Right. That's a problem. We can entrench that black one. At least save 6 for now. Pass. We've still got quite a few turns till we can get through to our Super Laser Blast, which will clear things up. Black one's going to come through and hit. Pershing can draw here. Alright, no glory's decent. I think we just Vigilance and we take out the A-Wing just in case we do get a Snoke later. It's going to put Luke on there. We can heal. I think we just play Iden out. Let's hit the base. Alright, Perilous is good. Takedown is good. Right, so we can... Yeah, let's take down that one. Put Luke to the ground. Chewie causing all sorts of trouble this game. Right, he's going to... Let's draw another card. What's happening here? Draw. Right, Perilous. Right, let's put the black one even down lower. Hit in there for 1. Alright, I think we can get rid of a Fell here. Let's see what he hits with first. Hopefully it's black one. It's not. Kind of get the stage. I was hoping to hit a Snoke here. So I can draw, can defeat and heal. Might be the go is just defeat and heal the Luke. Alright, let's just claim. another Chewbacca, which means the Chewbacca's moving across. Not sure he wants to do that. Oh, he does. Okay. Well, 9. Yeah, that's good. We can no glory this Chewbacca. And then we can play the Sugi. Oh, no, sorry, we can't play the Sugi out because we are not playing double blue. I think we just claim here and we're just going to Super Laser Blast. He's played 2 Chewbaccas already. Alright, Sugi can go away. Costs the same. Regardless, we can clear the board with a Super Laser Blast. Right, we can heal. Right, we can claim again. We can then blast again. We can fell the Poe. And then play Charleston. Fell the Poe. Alright, we can then entrench the Interceptor. Okay, we can play Charleston here and then heal. The 4 of Calls will allow him to set the cards on top of his deck, what he needs. So we could expect a Poe unit coming in. All right, let's heal. All right, Bounty Hunter posting's good. Timely Wrecker. Okay, let's heal. I think we're going to play a Bounty Hunter posting. Put a top target there. Let's just play a Snoke. All right, the Avenger's good. This is also in the range of takedown. We killed ourselves here. That was silly. If he had another Wrecker there, that was a silly play. We probably punted that one. Yeah, let's go again. All right, let's take the make and openings. Everything else is okay. Maybe don't need the restock. Put the Bazine in. Right, we've got 2 more cards. Perilous was decent, that one. Maybe 1 fell and... one Super Laser. All right. Yeah, we kind of punted that one. I didn't expect him to have back-to-back wreckers, but we were like so far deep in the game that maybe I should have liked to mulligan. No. Okay, Pershing and entrenched to the definites. All right, let's get rid of the Bounty Hunter posting. To try and draw lots of cards out. Biggest enemy here is Chewbacca. I don't have confiscates in the sideboard. Maybe I should. Okay, get rid of Pershing there. Let's power before he puts Chewbacca on that one. Okay, let's draw a card. Trenched is good. All right, we've got 2 Bazines. We will resource one. Use the other one. We're going to try and snipe Poe's and Chewbacca's out of his hand. Let's draw. Play to stay on target. And claim initiative. What do we want to get rid of here? Is it a Poe or is it a Wrecker? We'll get rid of one Wrecker to start with. We'll play an enticing reward there. And then pass. Alright, let's get rid of a Perilous. Alright, Chewbacca. So unfortunately we did play the enticing reward, so I think maybe we just entrench that for now. Let's draw a card. Alright, let's claim. I think we play another Bazine here. Take his Wrecker. System shock. Okay. I think that's fine, because we're going to no glory it next turn. No, we're going to no glory it. Either way, he's going to have Poe come in and take take an upgrade here. Put it on Iden. See what he does. I would ambush. I would ECL in Poe here. Run a multiple. Okay, we'll hit in 4 into Poe then. Alright, let's claim. We're going to have to... We're going to play that, potentially top target. I think Power's that great in this matchup. Enticing reward, he's going to get 2 events on it, but there's literally not much we can do about that. Yeah, we're going to have to finish that off. I think I need confiscates in the sideboard for this deck. And I think I have to avoid putting the enticing rewards on any ships or that Chewbacca can get attached to. The enticing rewards have to be on unique ground units. Okay, we're going to get hit here. We can't even... Oh, wow, we do not even have... We put a top target on there. All right, let's claim. Okay, that was kind of lucky that we drew in a super laser blast straight away like that. All right, let's blast. Yeah, so a few things I think we've learned from this matchup is that enticing rewards have to go on ground units. We need confiscates for the sideboard for the Chewbaccas. We do have some ways to deal with it, but not many. Another Chewbacca. Yeah. All right, well, let's claim it for a cause here. We need another no glory. Perilous is decent. Takedown. All right. I think we just have to play the Avenger. Do we play the Avenger or do we try and buy time to get a... If we play the Avenger, it doesn't do anything. You hit for 622, then play something else that's big, like a Poe. I think we have to Perilous that. Another for a cause. All right, I think we just heal and discard to mess his order up. Just put all the cards on it. Wow, another one. Okay, well, I don't have another. Let's just claim. We're looking for a no glory. I think we've used one. One only. Yep. We did not get it. Right, we don't need the Pershing. We play the Avenger out here. This for 4. I put the enticing reward on it. If he plays a Poe, we're kind of in trouble a bit. He's only got 2 cards. Like, I think we hit black 1 now. All right. Okay, what do we do here? We hit black 1. Or do we fell the dragon? I think we have to hit black 1. We at least get 2 no glories. I think maybe no glory and an entrenched, just in case we kind of get... If the Falcon hits in, then we just vigilance. Okay. Defeat and heal. We have got a fell the dragon now for the Falcon. Heal. See what else he plays. Seeing if he's going to play a Chewbacca down. Yep, he's going to play a Chewbacca. All right, so we can get rid of one of these. So let's get rid of this Chewbacca down here. And pass. Let's get rid of the Vanquish. I think we want to try and play a Bounty Hunter crew here. All right, let's play a Snoke. Yeah, that could have been a mistake, that. Because now we can't play the Fel. Again, we punted again this game, I think, too. Don't think we have any Vigilances left. We got one. All right, we'll have to claim. Yep, we punted this one. Close one. I think we make some changes to the sideboard. We put in confiscates, and I think we just have to play a bit tighter in terms of the enticing rewards. Let's make those changes now. Let me update the score. 5-2. We got in a lot of trouble from Chewbacca those 2 games, and a lot of upgrade hate as well. Okay, so what do we say? Restock can go down. Bounty Hunter crew can go down. Make an opening wasn't anything much in those. Maybe drop a long pike. Let's just put 3 confiscates in the side. I think anytime we hit a Chewbacca deck, we are going to be in a bit of trouble. Confiscate. Where is it? It's an event sideboard. All right, so we're still at 50 and 10 in the side. All right, what do we got? Is he still there? Oh, we haven't played a Quinlan yet. Keen to see how it goes into that kind of matchup. So yeah, I'm happy to punt the first game majority of the time against a Poe like that, and then just, the 3 confiscates should help the Chewbacca match up quite a bit. I mean, we did have ways to deal with it. We'd had the No Glory, we had the Entrenched. It's just, didn't work out. And I think another mistake, we put the enticing reward on the ship, and then he put a Chewbacca on it, and then we ended up having to No Glory it, and then he drew 2 events from that. So, not good at all. All right, is this guy playing? All right, we're ready. Quinlan, I have no idea this matchup. Okay, so we want to try and maintain a heavy hand state. We want to avoid like first turn Quinlan, Tarkin Town. So I think what we do here is we just claim, and then we'll play power into double Chardsons. So let's try that. We can get rid of the Snoke and the Vigilance, or get rid of the Snoke at least. Is it the Fel or the Vigilance here? I think maybe the Fel. If you would resource any different on those ones, let me know down in the chat. But right, well, that's unusual. He's obviously going for very heavy force throw. I do have a Han 2 yellow discard that used to play a couple of Anakins. I tried it out, but I think Grogu was straight better. Okay. All right, Sugi's good to resource. We'll get that back later. We'll just power here. We're not going to give him any advantage on Tarkin Town early on. He'll get it when cheap one on the Childson, but other than that, no. And I think this is how you have to play against Quinlan when you're playing this style of deck. All right, so we just power. We are playing blue-yellow, even though our hand is all blue. We're playing a lot of the bounty tech, so enticing rewards, top targets, and bounty posting. Okay, daring raid. Let's just heal. Basically, hit us for 1. He spent a card. He hit us for 1. Alright, so he has a bad hand himself. So the question is enticing reward or Avenger? 5-5 versus a... So what are the big units he's got? So he's got the Han Solo and the Emphys Nests. We've already lost 1 fell. Let's keep it for now. We're going to pick up some more with the enticing reward. We'll take the fell out and let's keep the Avenger. Alright, so he's going to come and say Childson, which is a good play. We'll just put the enticing reward on. What we're also looking for here is particularly maybe an entrench for Iden. It'd be good to get a takedown or something for Kira. This guy is pretty slow playing. Alright, so while he's deciding which card, let's have a look. See if there's anything we can sort of do in the main. So 2 bounty hunter posting, 3 enticing, 3 top targets. They're kind of stuck in here. They're part of the core. Same with the Pershings. Bazine. We're running 2. You could make the case for 2 or 3, especially in a heavy discard meta. We've got 2 Merciless, 3 Power of the Dark Side. He might have quit here. He had a look at the hand with Kira and just quit. All right. All right, let's finish that one. We moved to 6-2. All right, let's see if we can get another pilot one. Okay, so Kylo Red was a really popular deck last set. It is super aggressive. So let's see how we go against it. Ready. Another pilot one. All right. Would you like to mulligan? So we do not have... Yeah, we do not have the initiative here. But I think this is okay. We've got Merciless. We've got Entrenched. Takedowns. Would you like to mulligan? No. All right. Bounty hunter posting and a Merciless. Let's see what he's got in his hand. Okay, let's... Zine. Oh, wow. Okay, 2 force chokes. Well, we'll get rid of the Insurgent. He does not want us to have any units, but that's fine, because we don't have many. Right, Vigilance. Okay, so we've got a few options here. We get rid of the Vigilance. Let's see if he hits our unit. If he hits our unit, we'll play Merciless. If he doesn't, we'll put the Entrenched on the Bazine and then take out his unit. Or is it better just to Merciless because he would Tarkin Town it anyway? Alright, Mr. Bones. Again, that's quite odd because I can just clear that now. Right, maybe that was the reason why. Let's just Merciless again. We'll take the damage from the Stormtrooper. We'll heal that. Okay, next turn we'll just take down Bo-Katan. He'll pop out Kylo the turn after. And we'll just entrench. Or we can just entrench both of them. He's playing double red, so we have to be careful of the aggression. So I think we're best just to take down Bo-Katan. Let him do his Kylo thing this turn. We'll entrench it. Alright, let's just heal. We may get a Power of the Dark Side. He's done Daring Raid. We'll claim. Alright, so we've taken 12 so far. Okay, so what have we got? Charlton will be a 5 damage. Let's go with that. Once we get Iden out, we're kind of under control. All right, Charlton, make it a 5/5. Where he should have kept his Daring Raid or something maybe before. Okay, well that's decent. He can now discard. Well, he can't discard because Kylo's out already. Which is not going to work for that, yeah. When I was playing double blue, obviously, I had 2 equalize in my deck, and it was always very good. And playing Kylo like this. I don't think we need a no glory. All right, let's deploy Iden. Hopefully he didn't draw an aggression. If he did draw an aggression, we'll just take down the Benthic. Okay, Fallen Lightsaber. Well, we'll take down the MiGs. Right, and we'll just hit into the Benthic. And we'll just entrench Iden now. Alright. Think we can get rid of the Fel. We've got a Vanquish. Right, we can... No, we don't have the Sugi. Alright, well, let's just power. Alright, so he's had enough there, so 7-2. Alright, we are looking for... What are we looking for? We're looking for our Poe friend again. He's not there. Alright, well, let's see how we go against Anakin. Ready? Right, this is not the hand we want, or is it? Just a ton of removal. We do not have initiative, he does. It's Mulligan. Okay, Bazine is decent. We'll put Sugi back in the row and we'll put a top target away. We'll play Bazine and see how we go. We want to stop him really building a hand up. Okay, let's take the Yoda out. The restock is tempting to keep so we can get the loop going, but we have yet to get a enticing reward, so I think the Super Laser Blast is just good enough. Yeah, that's unfortunate that he was able to draw there. Yeah, even if we play a Pershing, he's going to be able to hit up into it here. At the top target. Not a good start here at all. Let's pass. See what he does. If he hits with those 2 first, then I can just play the Pershing. We may end up going the mill route here. Like, it's either play a unit, yeah. So he's gonna. We basically stopped him from playing a unit then. All right, so enticing reward is very good here. There's gonna be an enticing reward. Essentially the quill, and then get in there. Let's get rid of one super laser. Hopefully draw another. Yep, he'll hit the Pershing. Will enticing reward the quill. I think maybe we should have kept our very first hand. Gonna put a lightsaber on him. Okay. Alright, so we want to entrench potentially for Iden. And what else do we want? Merciless is not that great. Bell's probably be decent for... No, let's take a Perilous. We want to block Anakin when he comes out. Right, let's heal. He'll hit the C-3PO and calls 3. I had a video put up yesterday, which is the list, the red-blue list for your showdown. And if it's following Thork's list, then it's going for the 3 cost is 15 cards out of the 50. All right, so what do we resource here? Maybe the Perilous. Anakin's not going to be that big. So I would hit the 3PO. He's going to call 3. It did not hit. It was a quill. All right, so let's take down Cassian. Let's heal. Might put a lightsaber on here. That's fine. Now we can entrench it. Okay, now we can just claim. Alright. Bazine is decent. And just pick something out of his hand here. What do we not want him to have? The Luke. Right, that was a bit silly given that Anakin has Overwhelm. Right, we'll just claim here. Yes, it was a little bit silly to play that. Alright, so we blast. Let's heal. We might get a decent Snoke here. Looks like we will. Well, let's keep all of that. He has a Luke. He might play a Luke straight after this. All elites have the power. We're going to, he didn't not draw one, so we're going to keep these no glories for Yoda. Right, let's claim. We'll power the Kanan. Right, we don't even need Perilous. Let's power that one. And no glory. So we're going to have to keep a fell for the Crate Dragon. Let's draw ourselves. And heal. We didn't play our best in this game, but we might have stabilized. Alright, we don't need to resource anything here. This is a popular deck. I think we're doing pretty good against it. So let's defeat and mill here. Let's put him on the clock. Yeah, we've lost another Force Throw, a Luke, and a Rivals. I think we can just heal. and put a top target and an entrenched on the redemption. The Sugi in the row. Can also enticing that as well. It's enticing reward on the redemption. See what else he's going to play. He's down to 12. We're at 20. Play a Sugi out of the row. He's got Sentinel because he's got upgraded units. We'll pass. Okay, we've got Bounty Hunter Crew, another enticing reward. So we're going to draw quite a bit here. Okay, so what can we do here? We can put another enticing reward out. Let's put this one on C3PO. All right, let's hit him with our Bounty Hunter Crew. We'll bring back a Super Laser Blast. Take down. Let's heal. Right, he's going to trade in. All right, let's take a Bounty Hunter posting. No, let's take a No Glory and a Vanquish. We got rid of our restock early, so there's no point getting Bounty Hunter postings now. That combo sort of left us. All right, we can defeat that and heal. Defeat that and not heal. Discard. Defeat, discard. He's lost his deck now. We can fell the dragon. That one. We can heal. And pass. He's going to take 6 at a time here now. And pass again. All right, let's play a Childson out. I fell. Let's play another Childson out. Right, let's claim. Pass. Let's play the Snoke out. Might trade in. Yeah. All right. So there we go. We finished at 8-2. Apologies for the stream dropping and this ending up being 2 videos. But they're both up there now. I've labeled them part 1 and part 2. Only games we lost all this stream was against Poe ECL. It had a lot of upgrade hate, and we basically lost to a lot of the Chewbacca in that deck. So we've changed our sideboard now. We've now got a few more confiscates in there, and we've learned a few things about when to play things like enticing reward. In that matchup, you don't want to play them out on the ships. You want to play them out on the ground units, because eventually you do have to No Glory those ships with the. It's the only way you can get rid of Chewbacca. So that's a list there. I think a little bit more work to it, but I think it's fairly solid. 80% we won today, so check it out. Let me know if you would make any changes to it, and yeah.